welcome to another live stream watch-along reaction. Tonight we're watching and reacting to El Salvador versus Suriname, 2026 CONCACAF World Cup Qualifiers, Round 3, Group A. El Salvador won their first match over Guatemala in Guatemala. Suriname drew Panama in Suriname. Both teams coming off big results that they did not exactly expect from match 1. Playing together tonight, playing against each other tonight in El Salvador. Can Suriname pull a result off on the road, or will El Salvador put themselves in very good position to end this first window of round 3? They can very much do so. Panama playing Guatemala on the other side. We'll talk about that, at least the first half of that game, throughout this stream. But with that being said, El Salvador contra Suriname in La Copa Mundial Eliminatorias. Eliminatorias de la Copa Mundial de la CONCACAF Grupo A. Ronda 3. Partido 2. We're ready to go. We'll check what this. Okay, we're good there. Starting 11s are as follows. For El Salvador, we have Mario Gonzalez in goal, the back four of Diego Flores. We have Ronald Rodriguez. We have Henry Romero and Julio Cibrian. The midfield four of Jefferson Valladares, Darwin Seren. We have Mauricio Cerritos and Brian Landaverde. And up top, we have Brian Heel and Nathan Ordaz. For Suriname, in goal, we have Etienne Vassin. The back four of Liam Van Gelderen. We have Radinho Balker, Shaquille Piñas. We have Javencio Vanderkoost. The midfield two of Kenneth Paul and Justin Lonvike. The midfield three of Jean-Paul Boetius, Geraldo Becker, and Margaret. And up top, we have Gleofilo Vilter for Suriname. Both teams had good results on match day 1. For their level, how we doing, Captain? How we doing? Thank you. You've seen it before. It's not the first time. The shirt, I should say. Tomorrow we have 2 streams over 3 matches. We have a double stream tomorrow evening, but we have 3 matches to talk about tomorrow. The final day of the window. We start off with Canada, Wales versus Canada, live and review. Then we have a double live, double review for USA versus Japan and Jamaica versus Trinidad. And that shouldn't be too long of a double. The USA game only starts about 30 minutes before the Jamaica game. So that should be about a 2.5, maybe 3-hour double with a double review at the end of it. But SpongeBob. The game should show up here on Golazo. El Salvador, Suriname. We'll have some fun with it. Our final qualifier, well, no, our second to last qualifier we talk about. The window's almost over. And then, of course, on Wednesday, I will recap match round 1 for round 3. Because that's what we do. Match round 2 predictions next month before match round 2 starts. And then, of course, we recap match round 2 once it's over. Same procedure for match round 3. And then at the end of match round 3, we recap all of round 3. And we talk about who went to the World Cup and who's going to the playoff. And then in March, we talk about the playoff. Okay. Oh, yeah. 3 games tomorrow, 2 streams, 2 reviews. We've had a pretty busy and fun week. Good numbers as well. I love international breaks. They do well. El Salvador versus Suriname. Let's go. El Salvador with a big win against Guatemala. Unexpectedly, of course. If they play like that at Cuscatlán, I think Suriname might be cooked. Oh. Hit that like button. Let's get this one going. We're hearing anthems right now. El Salvador's anthem first. I think my problem is I love CONCACAF, so it's fun. I mean, I don't have to worry about nothing. Oh, and Canada's actually somewhat good, at least when they play these friendlies. I don't have to watch Toronto FC play. I can be happy. And I actually got to spend my Saturday cheering for something and being happy. Well, at least the ending was good in the first half. Instead of being like, I'm torturing myself, which, I don't know. Spend my Saturday being happy instead of feeling like I was torturing myself. So that was nice. Coin toss. Suriname for the win. It'd be nice to see them. It's been a lot of upsets. I got to say, match round 1 were some crazy results through CONCACAF. So hopefully, you know what? It may make my predictions look bad, but you know, let's hope for some fun results. Upsets is what we love. Yeah, sure. Starting 11 for El Salvador. We got Gonzalez, Flores, Romero, Gomez, Cibrian, Valadares, Landaverde, Cerritos, Seren, Gil, and Ordaz. That's got to be an earlier shot of the stadium. Daylight, ironically. It's not daylight over there. Center ref Adonai Escobedo from Mexico. An all-Mexican crew, at least on the field. We know we have VAR here. Oh, Panama, Guatemala plays within the hour. Yeah, some hot takes for football. I mean, why don't you? Vassen, Vanderkoost, Piñas, Balker, Van Gelderen, Paul, Lonwijk, Boetius, Margaret, Vilter, and Becker for Suriname. I think everybody who actually says their takes have some hot takes. I don't think that's either way. Like, why? Like, if you're going to say what you think, yeah, you're going to have some hot takes at some point. I feel like that's pretty obvious. Here we go. Getting ready to kick off match 2, the last match of the window. We're 1/3, well, at least for Suriname and El Salvador. But after tomorrow, will be a third through the 3 rounds of the main World Cup qualifiers. Halfways after round 3. 2/3 after round 4. I don't know what percentage 5 out of 6 is. I'm not good at math. It's got to be over 75%, though. That's all I know. It's not 100. 90. Playing forward. Ooh. Dembele and Doué will miss their first Champions League game for PSG. Ooh. Ugh. 0-0. That's not good. And Suriname has the ball. They start off with it. Let's see if they can build anything out with it. Let's see how tight they play. Can they build off the draw they picked up against Panama? They are in El Salvador, so that makes things a whole lot tougher. I mean, he ain't the first person to lose their passport. Header cleared away. Like, dude, I ain't gonna go after him for losing his passport. I mean, shit, a lot of people do. Not me, but I have OCD. That's probably the problem. I ain't gonna let myself forget anything, but that's the OCD talking. But a lot of people who are, well, younger and older, but you shouldn't forget your passport. But I mean, I've heard a lot of stories of people forgetting their passport. Now, do I understand it? No, but I have OCD, so I won't let myself forget anything. But either way, do I understand it? No, but do I empathize? No, because I've never done that. Do I sympathize? Maybe. Yeah, sure, I do. I don't know. Either way, 2 minutes in. Nil-nil. Damn, Suriname has 87% possession to start off. It's only been 2 minutes, but it's out for a throw. You know what? I got to agree in both cases. I feel a lot of chaos. World Cup qualifiers and CONCACAF seem like they're about to be full of chaos so far. College football this season seems like a lot of chaos is about to happen as well. Absolute cinema. Playing forward. Maybe that's what happens when in CONCACAF, your big three are already in the World Cup. So teams who have barely ever have a chance to make the World Cup finally have a chance to make the World Cup. Plus Costa Rica. And Panama. No, I can't sit here. Panama is amazing right now. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. But Panama is only a recent, just gotten good. Won 2018 their first World Cup. They didn't even make it in 22. No, so Trinidad's made one before. Would you say they're a freaking used to going to World Cups? No. I told you they sucked. Was I right? I was right. Exactly. I told you they were trash. I don't know, but I'm just glad they did. It was awesome to watch. I don't know how they did it, but I'm glad they did. It was awesome to watch. Stellar skiing to Super Bowl. I still said the Dolphins sucked. I didn't know they sucked that bad. I didn't know the Colts actually. I didn't know Daniel Jones was actually a good quarterback. I don't know what the hell they did to him, but they did something right. I didn't know the Dolphins sucked that bad. I knew they sucked. I just didn't know they sucked bad enough to lose to a team that we thought was going to be the worst team in football. I guess the Dolphins are going to be the worst team in football because the Saints actually weren't that bad yesterday either. Not as good as the Colts. They still lost to the Cardinals, but at least the team who was supposed to win that game won that game. But the Saints kept it close. Just saying. Five minutes in. So maybe the Dolphins are the worst team in football. Yeah, but I know enough. I watch every sport. So you'll get takes, at least portions of every sport. So you'll get thoughts on everything. It's just the way it is. And if I have time to do World Series and MLB playoff streams for the Blue Jays, I'm going to do them. Speaking of that as well. So the Blue Jays are going to make the playoffs. Hopefully it's the AL East champions. 6 minutes in, 0-0. So that's on you. And yeah, I know some of y'all watch my gridiron streams for me. Not exactly for the sport. Also to see me absolutely lose my shit when State chokes when they're playing, but like almost happened on Saturday. But either way, 6 minutes in. Which I thank you for that. Maybe Formula One's just too early in the morning for some of y'all. Seven minutes in. Suriname on the ball. And they're dominating possession so far. I mean, geez. Suriname, they come to play. Like, I'm not saying they're bad. I never said they were bad. But El Salvador are getting their show ran at their own house. Suriname's been holding possession for most of these 7 minutes. They've barely lost the ball. Jesus. Well, I mean, hey, as long as you hold the ball, they can't score on you. The longer you hold the ball, the less chance they have to score on you. So, you know, fair play. Fair play. Playing forward. Ball crossed in. Oh, good clearance. That's out for a corner. Suriname's throwing the freaking kitchen sink. I mean, you love to see it. 80% possession. Suriname on the road. Dude. I don't care. Italy won. I don't care. Italy won. That's all that matters to me. They're still not making the World Cup. Yeah, I know. I know they're not. They're still not making the World Cup. They're not. They struggle with all. To be clear, Israel was playing at home. Player down, goalie down, hurt for El Salvador. That this might mean Tomas Romero has to come in. See if he's on the bench first. Tomas Romero, yes, he is. I'm sure he'd come in over the other keeper if they have to take out Romero. I'm just glad Italy won. And no, I don't think Israel got robbed in that game. Hell, Italy gave them 2 own goals. Hell, if I'm being real, if we're being real, Italy gave Israel 2 own goals. And they still, it really should have been 5-2. Like, good for Dor Peretz. He had a good game. 2 goals. Good for him. It should have been 5-2. Locatelli and Bastoni damn near ruined everything. And if it should have been allowed, well, okay, 3-5 then. Either way, second place, Italy, through 4 games. They've played everybody, and they've won 3 out of 4. Estonia, that'll be 12. Norway's went 4-0. They have an 11 goal differential, so. Oh, damn. Taken out by his own defender. Either way. So basically, the story being is this. Look at Italy's fixtures, yes. So Italy, Estonia, away to Estonia in October. Away, home against Israel. Away to Moldova, home against Norway. That final match day might mean everything. Italy's got to freaking just score goals after goals after goals. Norway also doesn't get many scored on them, so. It's going to come down to goal differential. So even if Italy beats Norway, I still don't think the goal differential is going to smile on them. They're going to need a shock draw, somebody to pull a shock draw off of Norway, and then to beat Norway and not lose any of their other games, just to not go to the playoffs. So. I mean, with the way that El Salvador's playing this game, Suriname's been holding that ball for dear life. Header, goal! Goal! Speaking of, Suriname just scores a goal. What a header off the corner, and it's 1-0 Suriname. 0-1. They deserve that. The way this game's been going, they deserve that. Suriname up 1-0. What a corner. What a header. Looked like Balker scored the header. Let's see. Yes, he did. Held up by the defender, and he just, boom. All over him like Watt on rice, and he heads that ball in. What a play. Balker with a header. Beautiful. Beautiful. Radinho Balker scores 12th minute. 0-1, 0-1. Suriname is up. Oh, there it is. Settle Uno, 12 minutes in, 0-1, Suriname leads. Yeah. I'd say Suriname's better than that Trinidad team from 2017, and well, El Salvador ain't that USA team. And this is the real El Salvador, I'm guessing. Suriname, 4 points after the first match round. I know we have like just about 78 minutes to deal with, but you know what? Suriname deserves this lead. They had that ball. They held on to it for freaking. They held on to that ball till the freaking cows came home. They got a corner, crossed in, header goal. Nah, this is the real El Salvador. Their defense, actually, I thought their defense was more solid than this. Normally, it's the offense that causes the problem. Suriname, they had a chance, and, well, they took it. Suriname's been playing a damn good game. They deserve this. Now, hold the damn possession. The bulk of it for the rest of the game. You're going to get 3 points on the road. Huge upset for them if it happens. Sucks that they're in El Salvador. the El Salvador fans might still rush the field, though. Wait, it's not college football? They might still rush the field in anger. So I would duck the hell out. If I'm Suriname and they win this match, I'm ducking the hell out. At least to the locker room. Oh, yeah, that's true. It is very easy to get to the locker room in El Salvador from... Ooh. Isn't it like that, like, dip? Like, isn't there like a step down to the locker room in this stadium? I think I'm talking about the right stadium. Isn't the locker rooms like they go up a flight of stairs onto the field from like a pit? Isn't that what it is here? Unless I'm confused about what stadium I'm thinking of. I know one of the Central American stadiums has that. The locker rooms are like up, down a flight of stairs. It looks like they're going down a pit or coming up a pit when they walk out. Maybe it's one of the Honduran stadiums. But either way. I would say yes. Especially the fact Suriname's winning. Yes. I mean, they take their football seriously. I mean, all respect to the El Salvadorian fan base. They have an amazing fan base, but they take their football seriously. It just takes one angry fan who has a wild hair up their ass to... I wouldn't risk it. Especially not during a national team game. Especially when they think they're better than you. And they shouldn't be losing like this. The good news is El Salvador is still in second place with this loss with 3 points. We'll check if that would put them on track to finish in the playoff on Wednesday. The next two match. The next day where the other two groups play. Anthony or Pedri? Anthony. Especially a Betis. Either way, 16th minute, 0-1, 0-1. I can't believe what I'm watching. Man, CONCACAF World Cup qualifiers have been nuts. Like, no joke. These qualifiers have been nuts. 18 minutes in. Like, these qualifiers have legitimately been batshit crazy. Like, a lot of results I didn't expect. Suriname draws at home against Panama. Guatemala loses at home to El Salvador. Suriname is beating El Salvador. Let's see. Had Costa Rica drawing. You had Costa Rica drawing. You had a Trinidad-Curacao draw. Honduras might have been the only team to actually do what they were supposed to do. And even then, let me check. Cleared away. No, they didn't. Honduras drew Haiti. In Haiti. Which, I mean, I did kind of say that could happen. So all draws in Group C. Trinidad draws. Oh, yeah, Jamaica 4-0 over Bermuda. It isn't exactly the fact Jamaica won. It's the scoreline they won by. They still should have won, but 4-0. Kenneth Paul was the cross from the corner. Yep. To Balker. Ball cross. Suriname has it. No. 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 Hell no. Corner for Suriname. Let's see if they do it again. 20 minutes in. 0-1, 0-1, and there's an El Salvadoran player down. Here we go, corner. Suriname leading a World Cup qualifier in the final round. I never thought I'd see the day. I never thought I'd see the day. Corner, cross in, cleared away. No, I don't watch ESPN FC, especially now that there's football Americas. I don't exactly like ESPN FC, especially when there's no Shaka, there's no Herc. Over the bar. Like, I think the last episode of ESPN FC I watched was when it was technically a crossover episode. Like during the Euros and Copa America, when they did like a crossover episode of Football Americas and ESPN FC. But that had Herc on it and all that. I prefer Football Americas, but either way. "21 minutes in. I think a lot of people were salty after Chelsea won. Frankly, the only way I would have heard what they said is if Lewis made fun of them. Man. Suriname is, oh no. Shot. What a save by Vassin. Vassin cut off the angle perfectly. That almost ended up being a goal for El Salvador, basically against the run of play today so far, which is crazy when you think about it. Shot headed away by Suriname. Yeah. Messi used to be heavily made fun of when things weren't going so well for him. Cross in. Cross in by El Salvador. Nobody there. Suriname clears it. That's out for a throw. 23rd minute. Huh. Goal kick for Suriname. Vassin to take. 24 minutes in, and Suriname has a lead in El Salvador over El Salvador. This is nuts. This is nuts. It's crazy. Come on. Yeah, I didn't really like where it was sitting. 24th minute. Wow. This is nuts. And Suriname's dominating this game. Even since they've scored, they've been dominating this game, possession-wise. And if you can't let them have the ball, they're not going to score on you. This is a genius. This is genius. I can't believe the Bozo came up with this. Holy Lord. Handball on Suriname there in the midfield. I can't believe the Bozo came up with this plan. No. This is genius. And they got one past El Salvador. 25 minutes in. Playing forward, Suriname. This is so perfect for them so far. This is the perfect game plan, and it's went so perfectly for Suriname so far. Man, if I'm a Surinamese fan, dude, I'd be so. Panama, of course, plays against Guatemala in Panama at 8:30. There's a kickoff for that in 28 minutes. That's true. If Panama wins, they would be in second place. Yes, they would be. If Guatemala wins, then they'd be tied for second place. And El Salvador has a 0-goal differential, so. I mean, I've already seen Chelsea win the UEFA Champions League. Canada winning the World Cup. If I can also say my number one club to win the CONCACAF Champions Cup, if we can add that to the UCL side of the question, I think I'd rather see Toronto win the CONCACAF Champions Cup, personally. 2018 still hurts. We should have won that damn thing. That wound will never be closed until we win the Champions Cup. I don't care if we're like the 10th MLS team to win it and the 3rd Canadian team to win it. That wound will never be closed. Or does take the corner here. And also, it would take an absolute disaster for multiple teams for Canada to win the World Cup. So, or a total South Korea type rig job, which they would never do for Canada. Like, if there's a rig job, I think there's more of a likelihood Toronto FC would win the Club World Cup than Canada would win the main World Cup. I didn't say it was highly likely. I just said it was a little bit more likely. But a little bit more likely. Maybe 1% or 2% more. I'm going to say this, because if there was a rig job next year for the main World Cup, for one of the host teams, it would be USA or Mexico. They would never rig it for Canada. Probably be a rig job for the USA, knowing how close Trump and Infantino have gotten. If Trump is still kicking by then. And El Salvador ties the game up. Heel scores. And that one's against the run of play. El Salvador gets their equalizer. Brian Heel gives El Salvador a lifeline. Man, Suriname was walking on air, but El Salvador's back to reality. Well, I don't know exactly. VAR checking, penalty checking, foul, inside or outside the area. It doesn't matter. He scored. Brian Heel. 1-1, 1-1. Damn. 29th minute. Ball crossed in. Heel taps it past the goalie. It hits the hand of Vasson. It goes back onto the body of Heel. And he taps it in off his chest. No hands there. And that's going in. Against the run of play for El Salvador. Which is crazy to say. Checking goal, checking for handball. They're checking if it hit his hands. I don't think it did. Will Suriname get a reprieve that I think might be a little bit harsh? If they take away the goal, it might be a little bit harsh. Checking it on VAR for a handball. When it went off his chest, it might have hit one of his hands. He did bring up his hands, but did it hit his hands? It hit his arm. The ball hit his arm. The ball hit his arm. Off the sleeve, on the bottom end of his arm. That's going to be a handball. Has to be. VAR, no goal. No goal. Handball. And Suriname gets a reprieve. They get a reprieve. The Brian Heel goal's lopped off. It is 0-1 still. Settle uno. No goal. No goal. Handball. Bottom of the arm. Wow. That did hit the bottom of his arm. Yep, it did. And Suriname, luckily, does get... "33rd minute. Suriname is lucky. They still have the lead. They still have the lead. Wow. Suriname. Still alive. Still leading, not just live. Still leading. Okay. "34th minute. Suriname still has the lead. The goal for El Salvador taken off due to a handball. And Suriname, that warning shot, they're definitely going to pay attention now. They had a warning shot come across their bow that luckily didn't totally hurt them. Definitely was a warning shot, but it didn't hurt them. For now. Goal kick for Vasson. "35th minute. Vasson with a goal kick. 35 minutes of football play. 10 minutes to go for the stoppage time of the half. And Suriname, well, we'll see. playing forward. .36 minute. .36 minute. 0-1. Settle uno corner for El Salvador. Ball goes out. El Salvador started to get back into this match throughout. After the goal, I'd say the past 15 minutes. Ball crossed in, cleared away, another corner. We'll see what that offside or the handball does to them. Cross in. Header, cleared away by Suriname. Far over the bar. Shot from distance over the bar. Still 0-1. Settle uno Suriname. A damn Hail Mary. That was a damn Hail Mary. Both teams are going for some Hail Marys. Goal kick, 37th minute. 0-1, Settle uno. But 38th minute. I think, yeah, I did last for the 2022 World Cup mode. I did, yeah. I did. FIFA 22 World Cup mode. I did. Of course, not recorded, but I did play a Canada run. World Cup mode. FIFA 22 World Cup mode. Yeah. 39th minute. Was it 23 actually? No, 22. Yeah. One. 39th minute. I mean, I played every game. So 1. It's not like I simmed it. If I simmed it, they probably would have been knocked out the group stage. 39th minute. Probably. Shot save. Ooh. Free kick the other way. And Vasson got headlocked, but Vasson got headlocked by heel. Or he acted like he did, at least. At least he acted like he did. Vasson covers the ball. Semi-pro, I think. 40th minute. Brian Heel gets a yellow. Vasson absolutely ran into and maybe headlocked. 40th minute. 0-1, Settle uno. I just haven't moved it up. Honestly, I could probably move it up to professional or a little bit higher and still win a lot of the matches. I barely play, though, so at this point, so. I definitely play on a lower level than I should. If I'm being honest, when it comes to FIFA. Probably the same reason I don't play online. Well, part of it. 42nd minute. I don't have PlayStation Plus either, but part of the reason I don't play online is because I think it's my, need to win. It's my need to win. Only thing I'll accept is a win type mentality. I think that's part of it. Goes down! Goal kick for El Salvador. Career mode? Yeah, same here, honestly. To be fair, yeah, I'm also more of a career mode, season mode guy, yeah. When it comes to games like that, or sports games. Road to Glory, college football, Superstar mode, Madden. They still have that? Superstar mode was goated. It was. I don't think it is, but it was. NHL, be a pro, I think. Yeah. My career. I mean, I like FIFA Mobile, which is pretty much Ultimate Team. I would never play it on console. Also, I don't spend money on it. I feel like FIFA Mobile, because all it is Ultimate Team, there's a little bit more room for growth without paying anything besides the coins and gems you're given. FIFA Ultimate Team on the console and Madden and my team on 2K and Ultimate Driver and whatever it is on F1, which I need to get a freaking F1 sim wheel and all that. I know they have an Ultimate Team on F1 as well, but I think because they want you to spend the money on it on console because there's all these other modes. If you're going to play it, you better spend the money. NHL Ultimate Team, but on phone, all you can really do is make an Ultimate Team game that's based off of Ultimate Team. So you kind of have to have a little bit more upward mobility without spending money. And I mean, I've gotten to 112 overall on FIFA Mobile without spending any money on it. And for playing it for over a year. I just hit 365 days on 2 years, but they changed the calendar for the daily gifts. So 2 years. Yeah, after year one, they changed the calendar. So 2 years, just over 2 years. 112 ranked team without spending any money. Playing it daily. It's pretty good. 50th minute, 45th minute, picked up. Damn. They ran into Gonzalez. So I think because of the way mobile works, especially with these sports games, they kind of have to make it easier to win without spending money. And maybe it's also a gateway type of thing as well. It's 7 minutes of stoppage time. Maybe it also is for the younger generation. They play the game. at some point when they're able to spend their own money, they start spending it on mobile, and then they go into the console game and play Ultimate Team. Because the cards are the same. It seems to me, at least. But and when it comes to it for Ultimate or the phone game, I think I've been playing FIFA Mobile since mid-2023. Was when I re-downloaded it, I think. First downloaded, what, 2017? Stopped playing it. Downloaded again. Stopped playing it. I think I played it during the World Cup. Holy shit, have I been playing it since 2022? Maybe I have been since like late 2022, actually. I remember when it turned to FC Mobile. I think I did play the World Cup. Play it during the World Cup mode. Yeah, I did. Yeah. I mean, I don't spend money on it at all. So, free kick. .43, 45 plus 3 minutes. I mean, I agree. Playing Ultimate Team for money, like unless you're just like filthy rich and you want to, it's like gambling. If I'm on gamble, I'd rather gamble on actually betting on games or freaking playing poker. Like, let me say this. Like, if I'm on gamble, which basically that's what Ultimate Team is, frankly, if I'm on gamble, I'd rather bet on sports. I'd rather go to a damn casino and play poker or something of that. Slots, poker, blackjack, craps, roulette. Like, gambling in general is stupid. Lottery tickets, scratch offs, or, well, I don't know. Probably more likely to at least win some off a scratch off ticket, but either way. 34th or 45th plus 4, cross in, shot, blocked, shot, save by Gonzalez. Damn, I thought Suriname was going to be up too. Either way, 45 plus 4, 3 minutes to go before halftime. Playing forward, 45th minute plus 5, 50 minutes played. So, I mean, that's just my opinion. If I'm on gamble, I'm going to go play some damn poker. 45 plus 6. What we're getting to. 0-1. Settle uno. Suriname leading. And they're going to hold the lead to the half unless some major disaster happens. One more minute to go. First half. Playing forward. Less than 30 seconds. Header. Out for a goal kick, and this should be the last kick of the half. This should be the last kick of the half. Vassin, take. Well, it should be the final kick of the half, and he does. It's halftime. Suriname gets the reprieve on the handball in the box. They score first. Brian Heel's goal lopped off for the handball, and it's 0-1. Settle uno minuto tiempo. Suriname leads, and they've honestly dominated this game more or less, which is absolutely crazy. 57% possession. They still have the possession lead at the half. Not as dominant as they started, but in the end, good game so far from Suriname. Let's hope they can hold on. Let's hope. With that being said, we'll take a short break at the half, talk about the stats, get this one going. Sit tight. We will be back. It is a 0-1 Settle Uno game. 0-1 at the half. Settle Uno Mito Tiempo. Can Suriname hold on and get this upset? They had a shot across the bow. How tough they go and play for the second half is the question. We'll see. Sit tight. Be back. We're back for the stats, the half. How we doing, Henry? Halftime stats, it's 43% possession to 57% possession. We have 8 shots to 3, 2 shots on goal to 2, 156 accurate passes, 81% pass accuracy, 225 passes, 86% pass accuracy, 6 fouls to 6, 4 corners to 2. We have 8 shots to 3, 2 shots on goal to 2. We have 193 passes to 261, 81% pass accuracy to 86, 12 throws to 6, 0 offside to 0, 1 yellow card to 0, 0 red cards to 0, 0-1 at the half. 0-1 minuto tiempo. Suriname lead. Suriname lead, Ed. Panama looking good. They just started. Hey, but they're both on 2 points right now. Suriname would be second place if they win. Actually, no, they'd be top of the group. And Panama, Guatemala, they just got scored on. No, they did not. Okay, so Thought Mom just... Oh, yeah, they lost. Okay, either way. Suriname, El Salvador, Panama, Guatemala, as it stands in that order. With that being said, I think Suriname have looked very good throughout this first half. They've dominated the possession. They've dominated the run of play. They have the goal, got one off the corner, took their shot, and scored. And the goal that El Salvador scored was a handball in the box. On their own end, when Heel scored, he handballed the ball as the ball went in. So Suriname leads for the first 45 minutes of this match, and they look like they could pull this off. They could pull this off if they need to, and I hope we'll see how the second half goes. But Suriname's doing a damn good job. They deserve to lead this game as it stands. Now, do they deserve to win it? I can't say right now. I can't say right now. But right now, they deserve to be leading. That's what means the first. That's the first thing. They deserve to be leading. Now let's see where they build it from. Tomorrow we have 4 games. Oh, so Jamaica Trinidad is on Golazo. Good. Okay, so we'll have that over there. We'll have the USA game on TV. Good. I mean, in theory, yes, but so far it seemed like the goal that got lopped off was more of a miscommunication than anything else. And if I'm being real, Suriname they have lost the possession battle. I won't say lost it, but they had a very dominant edge on the possession, and it's just been getting chipped away since their goal. But that makes sense. But even then, I've still seen Suriname have their moments like they did the first half of the first half. So, y'all, I don't think you should be too down. I mean, of course, you still got to see how this game plays out. You're on the road. But right now, he did handball that ball. So it's not like they were wrong to take that away. Right now, cautiously optimistic is where I get this upset. And even then, a draw would be an upset too. But to win this game, that would be wonderful for Suriname. And I have a good feeling that they will. Like the way they're playing, crazily enough, I I think they've been the better team of the two. I think they've done their job. I think they've done their job. But we'll see how the second half goes. I think if Panama wins, El Salvador and Guatemala are screwed. I mean, El Salvador at least has 3 points. They still have at least 3 points. Guatemala definitely will be screwed. If Suriname wins and Panama wins, Guatemala's definitely screwed. It's going to take a freaking miracle to get them back top 2 and hopefully good enough points at least to get to the playoff. Guatemala needs to win this match against Panama. Hell, even if they draw. But if Suriname wins and Panama wins, I think Guatemala is screwed. At least El Salvador has 3 points from beating Guatemala. That upset, Guatemala should have won that game at home. That's the problem. We still have the tiebreaker. Technically, we're 3 games ahead. We have the tiebreaker on y'all. Even if you swept us, we'd still have the tiebreaker. We had the tiebreaker that last series in Toronto. We're going to win the division. So what? We lost 2 games in New York that were winnable. So what? We'll beat the Red Sox. We'll beat the Astros. We're going to make the playoffs. We have 80 wins. I don't think y'all do. So, I'm not worried. If the Jays choke it, they deserve to choke it. If they don't choke it, they're a real team. Sometimes you lose. Sometimes you lose close ones. The Yankees, you know what? I'll let them have it, frankly. They've been embarrassed by the Blue Jays over the summer by a whole hell of a lot. So what? They got 2 in New York and didn't look like idiots for once and get embarrassed. When they played in Toronto, they got embarrassed. And when the playoffs come around, I don't care. If we play them, we'll embarrass them. So they got 2. Hopefully that makes them feel better. They shouldn't have done it. Let me tell you, I think they made a mistake, really. The Yankees did. I feel like they had a lot on those games. I feel like they really tried. El Salvador. I feel like the Yankees really tried. Aaron Boone saved his job. Now, that's what the playoffs do. Just because you won 2 games against the Blue Jays doesn't mean you saved his job. The Blue Jays, the Yankees saved their egos. That's what they did. 45th minute. The Blue Jays go into Yankee Stadium and win 2 of 3 or sweep. Oh my God, it turns into a garbage fire, which would have been awesome. But I think the Yankees wanted to give the Blue Jays a little bit of what for, and they didn't want to wait for the playoffs because they were in Yankee Stadium. Guess what? When we play y'all, we're going to have home field advantage. When we play y'all in the playoffs, even if it is somehow the wild card, we're still going to have home field advantage. And well, what happens in the Sky Dome for y'all? Hell. And if we have to play 2 games at Yankee Stadium, I still think we win 1. It won't even see Game 5 at the Sky Dome. Unless y'all win both in Yankee Stadium and we win both in the Sky Dome. But that means we'll win 3 at the Sky Dome because you can't win in the Sky Dome. But we're going to win 1 in Yankee Stadium if we see y'all. If it's the ALCS, we're going to win 2. We'll win 3 at the Sky Dome and 1 at Yankee Stadium. It is what it is. The way they played, if they play like they did on Saturday, Yeah. Yeah. They don't. Yes. Yes, they are. No, they don't. Not anymore. 47th minute, 0-1, settle uno. We have started the second half. And El Salvador is really, they've started off on the front foot, but they did have the kickoff. Playing forward. Do you feel bad for Pochettino at this point? No. No, I do not. Playing forward. I don't feel bad for Pochettino at this point. The man's a legitimate fraud. Playing forward. Free kick for El Salvador. Because Pochettino sucked for Chelsea. He wasn't as bad as Graham Potter, but Pochettino, well, he first coached Spurs. Second of all, Pochettino, the success we had with him, the little success we had with him was more because the players were very raw talent, and they basically drug us to wins on raw talent. Malo Gusto, I don't think he really fits in the system of Maresca, but under Pochettino, Malo Gusto, his raw talent drug us to like 3 or 4 wins we never should have had. That ain't Pochettino. Same with Cole Palmer. And the season started crappy too. I mean, wasn't that the season freaking Raheem Sterling missed a freaking absolute sitter against Wolves on like Christmas Eve or some shit? Or was it? Like, I don't know if I didn't watch the game, but I watched the highlights. And it happened instantly after it happened. I was doing the track-a-thon. Tradition at this point, as you know. The NORAD track-a-thon, NORAD track Santa. Tradition at this point. I know Santa's kayfabe, but it's tradition at this point. Besides, well, I stopped for 4 or 5 years when... Might as well just keep it going at this point. Either way, might as well just keep it going at this point. Stopping for 4 or 5 or 6 years, like at this point, until my kids are like old enough to join me, there's no reason. My future kids would be old enough to join me. There's no reason. Either way, bye. I see the highlight of Raheem Sterling missing the sitter against Wolves. I lost it. That was Pochettino's season. Yeah, it was, I think. It was 23, right? It was 2023, right? Yeah, no, I'm sitting here. I'm like, how do you miss that shit? How? The Raheem Sterling, Lord. I think I was about to go make my fried eggs for breakfast, and I see that highlight, and I'm like, huh? I'm like, huh? No. No. It's like, no. What can you do? Either way, playing forward. Lore drop. Starting to feel like 2006 all over again. Exactly how? If we're talking about college football, it's starting to feel like 2007 all over again. You got the wrong year. And Mississippi State was pretty good after being somewhat shit the year before in 2007. Didn't we get like a really big upset in 2007? Oh, yeah, Alabama. Just saying. Either way, 51st minute. I wish we were playing Bama this year. 2006. Yeah, that the Blue Jays are going to win. That the Blue Jays are going to win. Can't wait to cover it. 52nd minute. Nil 1. Ooh. El Salvador's got a really good second half so far. Header. Man, what if Mississippi State, but speaking of 2007, what if Mississippi State went from 2-10 to a playoff team? No joke, Mississippi State might be 6-0 by their bye week, by their first bye week, as they're playing Alcorn next week. We're going to win that, or this upcoming weekend. We're going to win that. We're going to play Northern Illinois the weekend after. We're going to win that. We're going to play Tennessee. I think we can win that. And then we play Georgia in Starkville. Georgia don't look that good. I won't lie. Georgia don't look that good. $4-0 by our first conference game and 6-0 by our first bye. I'd love it. Playing forward. We'd be bowl eligible by our first bye. Saved! Cleared. No, Suriname gets back on it. Man, that would be amazing. Bowl eligible by our first bye week. Holy shit. That'd be a freaking comeback. Dude. 44th minute. Nice. Nice. Which game? Or which team, I should say. Who's the home team? Put it like that. Who's the home team? Well, Mexico City, so America, Cruz Azul, Pumas. Well, yeah, there's a couple. Cross in over the bar. Pumas versus America. Okay, that's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one. 55th minute. '55th minute. Suriname still leads, but they're definitely walking on a tightrope now. This second half has been mostly El Salvador, for sure. They have to chase it. I mean, you can't not. They're chasing the score line. They're chasing at least the draw. Can Suriname hold on? That's basically the story now. So far, they have. Playing forward. Shot over the bar. Suriname puts it over the bar. I bet they're going to regret missing these chances, to be honest. Huh. '56th minute. Oh, that's sad. Playing forward is Suriname. Damn, man. Shit. Your other uncle's a damn saint. And I pray for your uncle who has cancer. I pray for him. I pray. I pray that if what he's facing is where he has to go, which is what it sounds like to me, I pray that he goes without pain and the Lord protects his soul. I hope so. If there's any chance for him to recover, though, I pray that he recovers. And I pray that there is a chance. That maybe before he goes is more him just facing his mortality. I hope that's the case. If I'm not misreading it. I hope there's a chance that he recovers, that he recovers. I really do. But if it means he's gonna meet his maker, and that's all we know, I pray he goes without pain. I pray the Lord protects his soul, and that whatever time he has, he enjoys. Damn. Cross in. 58th minute. Well, I mean, when we're old, we either die of one of three things, is the way my dad put it. We either die of one of three things: cancer, heart attack, dementia. Like natural causes when you're old really is just cancer, heart attack, dementia. Really want to put it like that. So, I mean, I'm sure the experience is hell. I won't wish it on my worst enemy. I will say, I know the experience of dementia is hell. Frankly, if it had to be some, I'd want it to be a freaking heart attack, frankly. Personally, I don't want Alzheimer's. But hey, understandably, I'm afraid of getting it myself. Because as a man, you're more likely to get Alzheimer's. And my dad's dad had it bad. My nana even had dementia for a little bit at the end there. Got really bad. So, my dad's mom. So, my dad gets it, I'm cooked. You know, if my dad gets Alzheimer's, I'm cooked. Like, I don't care how much I use my brain. I don't care how smart I am. So I'm to my own horn, I know, but I'm pretty damn smart. I got a photographic memory and all that. It's going to suck to see that go. I'll try to use my brain as much as I can, but I don't know if it's about using your brain. Like, if you use your brain a lot, I don't think that really matters, frankly. Trying to keep your brain healthy and use it, I don't know. So I hope, frankly. Frankly, I understand how you feel. But on the side of like Alzheimer's and dementia, I understand how you feel. I saw both my dad's parents, who I grew up with them in the house because they live with us. I saw them go through it and go down quickly. Like, go from just fine mentally to forgetting things. Hell, by the end there, my pop could barely even talk. All he did was mumble and grunt. Like, it was that bad, especially with him. So I understand how you feel. Like, how you feel about cancer, that's how I feel about dementia. I'm not, and Alzheimer's. I'm not looking forward to seeing my dad have it. if he does develop it, which seems like a high likelihood. Frankly, when he goes, and I mean this wholeheartedly in a nice way, I hope he goes without getting it at all. Like, if he's going to go, I hope he goes without getting it at all. And I don't know if it got to him, in my opinion. You know, I would, if when he goes, I want it to be like, well, I don't know if it got to him. I don't know if that'd be scary. Honestly, right now, I don't know if that'd be scarier for me or not. Like, if he passed before he even really started showing signs of dementia, I'd be like, oh, either was going to get him or it skipped a generation and I'm totally cooked. Either way. But I understand how you feel. Just with you, it's cancer. With me, it's dementia. But again, I wouldn't wish either of that on my worst enemy. Or, well, of course, I won't wish it on anybody I liked. But, 63rd minute. Understandable. Understand that too. $63rd minute. It hurts. Like, I understand how you feel on that end too. It hurts to see your mom cry. It does. Over the bar. I understand how that feels because, I mean, of course, recently I've seen my mom cry, and she hides it well, but it's just been a lot, really. It hurts. Really does to see it. As you know, my mom's mom passed away, as I've told y'all, and as we went down to Mississippi for that celebration of life funeral and all that. Y'all know. If you've been here, y'all know that I have no grandparents left on this earth. Well, these people I would consider my grandparents. My mom's biological dad is still alive, which is just an absolute joke from the universe. That's just a cruel joke, in my opinion. That's her story to tell, not mine. But that is just a cruel joke from the universe, in my opinion. But that my mom's biological dad is still alive. But my dad's parents are dead. My mom's mom is dead, and her stepdad's dead, who I consider my grandparent, my granddad on her side. And they were all saints. They were all amazing people, in my opinion. But my mom's real dad, that scumbag, is still alive, as far as I know. That's just a cruel joke from the universe. But either way, that's her story to tell, not mine. It's her story to tell, not mine. Yes, especially, I know about CALLO. I didn't know there was a second. I know about Saint Carlo. I didn't know there was a second saint that got canonized in that same ceremony. 66th minute. Maybe it's better. Maybe it's better she doesn't. Maybe it's better she doesn't know the whole story. I don't know. That's out. 66 minute 0-1. Header cleared away. Yeah, I agree. let's focus on the football and let's be positive. I just feel very empathetic right now, you know? Like, I mean, I would have prayed, like, Henry, don't get me wrong, like, if what happened recently hasn't happened or didn't happen, I would have still prayed for your uncle and I still would have showed love to him. Henry, I would have still showed love and prayers and care for him. But, of course, the state of mind I'm in, I feel very empathetic. So, but you're right. Let's get. We're getting positive. I just had to leave it on that. Playing forward, 68th minute. Ah, 68th minute. Let's be positive. Surinam's winning a World Cup qualifier. All right. Let's be positive. A new studio is around the corner very, very soon. Or a new background is around the corner very, very soon. Surinam's winning a World Cup qualifier. Yeah, let's be positive. I agree. Oh, US-17 is playing Paraguay and Uruguay next month. Or no, November, actually. My bad. November. I don't buy soda from Amazon, no. And I like Dr. Pepper. Shit, I haven't had any in a while, really. Shit. But what I am looking forward to this fall is the 7-Up Shirley Temples. Those will be back for Christmas time. So those were awesome last year. I'm going to buy some more. And also the Coca-Cola Holiday Vanilla Cream or whatever it's called. That new vanilla flavor for Halloween. I'm looking forward, or Christmas, I should say. I'm looking forward to that. So that'll be awesome. I'm looking forward to that as well. A new vanilla flavor. I'm looking forward to that. Van Gelderen is off for Dijksteel for Suriname. I'm looking forward to that as well. You can buy soda on Amazon. You can buy anything on Amazon. I won't, though. I'd rather buy it from a real store. '70th minute goal kick. So, but I'm looking forward to, but yeah, again, I'm looking forward to, maybe I'll get some more Dr. Peppers too at the time. I don't know. I feel like Dr. Pepper's a little bit cheaper either way as cans, but either way. Yeah, that 7-Up Shirley Temple, I'm looking forward to that being back. Those were awesome. Hopefully at least 1 or 2 packs of them out. I think I only got like 1 pack of them last fall or last winter, end of fall, early winter before Christmas. And then the holiday vanilla float cream, whatever the hell it's called. Suriname, that'll be picked up by Gonzalez. 20 minutes to go. '72 minutes, 0-1. Oh yeah. It's funny. I said to somebody, like, hey, if I see a Coke with your name on it, like right at the end of the share a Coke thing, I was like, I'm gonna buy it. I think you know who I'm talking about, but either way. I think you can figure it out, but either way. Did I even this summer? Either way. It's like if I go to a gas station and actually see a Coke with the person I was talking to or am talking to, names on it, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna get it. And that was like right at the end of the promotion. Then they went to Star Wars. I'm like, next summer then. I'm like, next summer then, you bastards. At Coca-Cola, I mean. When I say you bastards, I mean at Coca-Cola. That's a goal for Suriname. No. El Salvador scores. They get their equalizer. Brian Heel, and this time, it's going to count. Finally, El Salvador gets their goal. Suriname gives it away. 73rd minute. Damn. Brian Heel scores. Damn it. Suriname had some chances in the second half they really need to put away, but they just couldn't do it. Heel has it. He takes the shot. Own goal. Oh, wait. It might be an own goal. Brian Heel puts it on. And a header by a Surinamese player. Well, it was an own goal for Suriname, I guess. That was not going on frame, and it gets headed in by Dijksteel. Anthony Dijksteel, own goal. 70th minute. Well, 73rd minute. He just came on. (1-1). Anthony Dijksteel, own goal. Yeah, 73rd minute. That's what I thought. It really was. That was not going on frame. So 1-1, uno. Salvador gets their equalizer. Guatemala leading Panama. What the hell is going on? What the fuck is going on? Pardon my French. Seriously. What? Ball crossed in. Panama scored. Oh, shit. 2 minutes later. Too good to be true. Too good to be true. Damn it. Toronto. 75th minute. 37th minute goal. Off the corner. Carlos Harvey heads it in. Y'all really? Damn it. Can Suriname get the leading goal back? Or will they get a draw? What does the table look like as we speak? Suriname down to third place with this draw. El Salvador leads the group with 4 points. Panama has 2 points with this draw. So it'll be 4-4 probably. Unless Suriname can find an answer. Corner for Suriname. 76th minute. Ball crossed in. Brought down in the box. It's out. Out for a throw in. 76th minute. '76th minute. Okay. Let's see if his jersey got pulled. That should be checked. Thrown in, cross in, header. Suriname chasing. Dijksteel trying to make it right. He has the ball. Throw in for Suriname. El Salvador scores off. No, it's a goal kick. 77th minute. Can Suriname at least hold the draw? We're going to find out. Playing forward. "77 minutes. Free kick for El Salvador, 77 of 90. Playing forward. Whoa. Suriname attacking. Foul the other way. Who's the best Yankee in the last 25 years without a trophy? Well, technically they haven't won a trophy since 2009, but either way. No, that's still not 25 years yet. I'm not that old. Well, 2009 I haven't been 25 years, but Aaron Judge. Aaron Judge is the best Yankee without a trophy. Aaron Judge is the only reason they're close to a trophy, let's be honest. Free kick for Suriname. Like, if it wasn't for Aaron Judge, the Yankees wouldn't even be close to a trophy. Like, that man has carried them for, like, the better part of a decade. All the respect. I mean, I'll give him respect. Aaron Judge going to be a Yankee for the rest of his career. The chance of him leaving was gone when the Giants didn't get him. 79th minute. He's going to be with the Yankees till he's done. And I respect that. I don't see Aaron Judge going anywhere else. I don't see it. 79th minute. Playing forward. Suriname, that's out for a throw for Suriname. 11 minutes plus stoppage time. Can they get the leading goal? Ooh. Playing forward. Playing forward, 80th minute. Suriname. Oh. Suriname playing forward. $80 minutes. Be funny if he did a Soto and go to the Mets. I don't think that'll happen. I don't see why. Second of all, I don't see him doing it. 80th minute, 10 minutes plus stoppage time to go. Suriname has a draw against El Salvador, and frankly, fair result, especially with the way the second half played out, but kind of hoping for Suriname they could hold on for Suriname break the tie. Is Galazzo that behind? Playing forward. I hope you're right. Bad steal. Oh, there's a steal. Top of the box. Here's a chance. Shot. Goal! 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 Suriname! Suriname lead with 10 minutes to go. 1-2. Wow. Wow. The upset's back on. Class. Durazo Moreo Class gives them the lead. Wow. Ten minutes to go. Durazo Class. Durazo Moreo Class gives them the goal. The ball played over the top of him, and he was open. All he had to do was slot that damn thing home, and he did. Suriname has the lead, 81st minute. And El Salvador to kick off. 1-2, 1-2. Suriname lead with 8 minutes plus stoppage time to go. Class. Wow. What an ending. Playing forward. Here's Suriname. Nope. I guess Galazzo's a little bit behind. El Salvador needs to do something, otherwise they'll be very disappointed. Playing forward. Good tackle. 83rd minute. This group is too close. I doubt anyone will get through to the playoff in second place. I think here's the thing though. Every group is kind of, except for Group B, which they still haven't played it out yet. I don't know. Group B, all these three groups are very close. There's been some results that you would have never thought would happen. Like, we've honestly, whether they've been losses or draws, we've had upsets. We've had upsets throughout this whole first window of World Cup qualifying for CONCACAF. Guatemala losing. Suriname winning and drawing. Jamaica winning 4-0. Nobody thought the scoreline was going to be 4-0. We thought they would beat Bermuda, yes. Would they have scored 4-0? No. Nobody thought that was going to happen. Costa Rica drawing. Honduras drawing. Of course, we still have one match day left for Groups B and C, but header, that's out for a goal kick. 84th minute. So, again, it seems it's tight. Famous last words. I mean, after they beat Guatemala, I understand why he said it, but did he say that like today? Like, when did he say it? Like, what day did he say it? Did he say it after the Guatemala game? Or did he say it like yesterday or today? Because if he said it yesterday or today, it's famous last words. Age like milk. And even then, who could say? Either way, it's clobbering time. Substitutions for Suriname, 5 minutes to go plus stoppage time. Playing forward. Suriname out. Dijksteel puts it out a day or two ago. Okay, so a little bit more. Okay, 86th minute. Suriname leading the group. Who would have thought? Salvador, second place. Who would have thought after one window, Suriname would be leading Group A? Not me. Not me. Playing forward. And that still might change. We have time. 5 minutes plus stoppage time to go. Suriname. But right now, with minutes to go. Suriname leads Group A. Dude. Cross in, shot. Nope, that'll be saved by Gonzalez. El Salvador needs to lock in and get that draw versus Panama. Speaking of, scoreline, 50th minute. I mean, Guatemala is drawing in Panama, though, so better than you could have expected. Just sucks to have the lead and then lose it 2 minutes later. 88th minute. That's just got to suck. 88th minute. Like, weirdly enough, the only team out of this window that's won that we thought was supposed to win was Jamaica. And even then, the scoreline of them beating Bermuda was shocking. 88th minute. Nobody thought it'd be freaking 4-0. You know? Header. El Salvador losing the game they were supposed to win, and then El Salvador won the game they weren't supposed to win. Panama's drawn. For 3 halves, they've been drawn. Guatemala at least has a point, but no, they weren't supposed to win this game. So honestly, that's a positive. Something they shouldn't have done. Then they had the negative thing that they shouldn't have done. Losing to El Salvador. That'd be crazy. That'd be crazy. Playing forward. But that's Guatemala playing Suriname, right? Here's the problem with that. That's halftime 1-1. Here's the problem with that. Suriname ain't none to mess with. Suriname ain't bad, though. They're talented. It's a 2-hour game. Yeah, it's Suriname versus Guatemala. I don't know if that's actually 3 p.m. or just Fatma being Fatma. But yeah, Suriname and Suriname. Yeah, ain't that some? 90th minute. Huh? Pluto TV. What the Oh, they screwed up. Oh, no. Okay, we're good. 90th minute. 6 minutes of stoppage time. 1-2. Six minutes to go. Suriname leads. Can they hold on for dear life? Frankly, I think they deserve the win. You could say the tie would have been fair. I think Suriname, in the end, they deserve to win. Dude, I'm not old. See, I'm not old enough to be like CM Punk, Daniel. Like, yeah, CM Punk's in his, like, damn 40s. Like, well, even then. But either way, I mean, you could argue. Whatever. 92 minutes, free kick for Suriname. $92. What makes you think? What makes you think that? 93rd minute. '93rd minute, 1-2. '93rd minute, 3 minutes to go. Corner for El Salvador. Cross in, caught, punched away by Vassin. Playing forward. Here comes Suriname. They have the ball. They hold on to possession. Free kick the other way. '94th minute. 2 minutes to go plus stoppage time. $1:30 to go. 1-2, 1-2. Suriname leads the match. One minute to go. Suriname holding on like absolute. Holding on. One minute to go. 1 goal deficit for El Salvador. Can they get the equalizer or will they not? $30 seconds. Suriname has about 1 more big play to defend, but they do get there. Vassin covers up. 15 seconds. Last kick of the half and the game. Hopefully. For their sake. 96 minutes, full time. Suriname wins. 1-2. 1-2. Esta noche. Wow. 1-2. 1-2 esta noche. Suriname ganar. Suriname wins the qualifier over El Salvador in El Salvador. Oh, my Lord. El Salvador gets an upset on the road and gets upset at home from a team on the road. Wow, what a wild window for Group A. Suriname leads the group at the end of the window. Panama, Guatemala. We'll see how their match continues. Goal differential-wise, Suriname has a +1 goal differential, and they would be equal on goals for and goals against with Panama. So if Panama wins, for now, there is 45 more minutes in that other game, but we won't know where that sits until, well, I'll talk about it a little bit tomorrow, but mostly Wednesday when I recap the window. With that being said, If you like this stream, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification once subscribe. Send some chats on the live streams. Comment on this video. Put this in playlist. Share with friends and family. All that great stuff. I will see you within the hour for the review of this match. And then tomorrow afternoon for the first of 2 streams tomorrow. 1:45 Central, 2:45 Eastern. Wales versus Canada live. We'll review that once it's over. And then, of course, 6:30 Central, 7:30 Eastern, the star of the double with United States, Japan, and Jamaica, Trinidad. We have a double review after those 2 are over. With that being said, I'll see you within the hour for this match to be reviewed. And there you go. So with that being said, I will see you later. I'm Ryan and I'm out. Peace. See ya.